is going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus. And today we're checking out the Rolling Stones. I Can't Get No Satisfaction. This one is live in Ireland. Now I want to check out two live performances. There's multiple reasons here. One, because I was reading this blurb about the Rolling Stones, like when they performed on, I think, for example, Ed Sullivan, that they'd have to censor like certain movements and certain things they said. And what's crazy, I never knew this. This song was actually banned on a gang of radio stations. And it still hit number one in the US and the UK. Anyways, this is just one of those ones. I'm familiar with this song. I've heard it many times. Actually, there'll be times where I'm working a little too hard and burning myself out. And I'm just sitting in my little recliner and just like humming to myself. I can't get no satisfaction when, you know, you're working for certain things. And even when you get them, you're just like, what the is going on? Why don't I feel happy? And this starts humming in my head. And when I start humming this, I know it's time for me to course correct. Anyways, I wanted to specifically check out the Rolling Stones. I Can't Get No Satisfaction live. I wanted to see them perform live. I haven't seen them perform this live. And also kind of dive back into the lyrics of the song, because the memorable part for me is always just the hook. I can't get no satisfaction. And as I've been going down the rabbit hole doing these reactions to the Rolling Stones, there was so much more depth in the lyrics than I even realized. But yeah, I wanted to see this because, in my opinion, me just knowing this song, because its infamy and how iconic it is, this is the song that me personally, out of all the Rolling Stones songs, this would probably be my number one. This is in a fight for 1 and 2 between Paint It Black and this one. Favorites from the Rolling Stones stuff that I've heard. Just totally freaking amazing. Anyways, if you guys are here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's get it started. Welcome back.
They tease him a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. 40.
All right, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. Also, if you want to check out my other channel, Pegasus versus the World, over there we take on challenges, react to comedy, stuff like that. But all the music and the music reactions happen right here on this channel. If you wanted access to the reactions early, there is a link in the description that gives you that access. There's a big catalog of reactions that have not been released to the public yet, and I update it every single day. Also, remember, there's no obligation, and don't sweat it, because everything from the membership will be released to the public eventually. So, you know, all love. Thank you for the support. Huge shout out to all the members. And let's get this one going. This is the Rolling Stones. Boom, boom, boom. This is the Rolling Stones. I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Now, this is actually from their official YouTube channel. So please go over there, watch this without me, stream some of the music, all that good stuff. Essentially, what I do is not a substitute for the original content. I don't think I need to tell you guys that, but I always want to do a call to action to just go give that extra support to the band out of my respect for the original content creator. All right, let's get it, man. Let's see what's up here. I thought I saw a dude with a priest. Is that a priest or a turtleneck? That's wild. Priests are coming to their shows. Yeah.
I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. I try, I try, I try, I try. I can't get no, I can't get no. When I'm driving in my car and a man comes on the radio telling me more and more about some useless information supposed to fire my imagination. I can't get no, 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 no. Hey, hey, hey. What I say, all right.
Yo, we got to talk about this. So, first and foremost, this is the song that took them to superstardom, which is kind of crazy to think. They were only stars, is what they would say at this time. And then this song came out, and they went to superstardom. That's what I read. You guys got to correct me if I'm spitting fake news. I'm trying to keep it a buck. But this is so interesting, what I'm about to talk about, you guys. So I do reactions to ABBA, okay? The group Dancing Queen, Waterloo. They're amazing. I love ABBA to death, right? But there was this moment in time, you know, with the Stones, even the Beatles, they would touch on subject matter that was so damn deep. When you think about the subject matter within this song, like he's literally talking about sales, man. He's talking about America. I mean, I don't know if he's talking about America or UK, but what I talk about, American hustle culture and the radio and the TV trying to get you to buy shit, man. And it's so far ahead of its time. It's literally, we're having issues with certain things being sold. I'm not going to get into that because that starts diving into politics. But let's just say hustle culture is alive and well in America. And even in America, there are certain companies or let's say corporations that can run ads on certain type of products where they're not even allowed to run ads anywhere else in the world. It's only select places like America, Europe, and like one other place. And then these specific companies that I'm trying not to name because I don't want to get into some tinfoil hat or get into some, politic BS on this channel. This channel is because we're dissecting music, and I started to realize music brings us all together. So I don't want to be inflammatory or divisive. But essentially, this is so damn ahead of its time. It speaks to some of this, what I would call propaganda right now, to get you to feel like you need certain things. You know, how white my t-shirt could be. You know, like it's just, this is prophetic. Anyways, the full circle moment for me was I've been doing all these reactions to ABBA. And going down the rabbit hole as I watched part of their Netflix documentary. And this group ABBA got so much scrutiny and ridicule because they were considered commercial pop music, which their music's amazing. I give them their flowers every time I do a reaction. Waterloo, in my opinion, is like this great concept of depth, and it sounds pop, blah, blah, blah. But we could talk about that in the ABBA reaction. I brought them up because this is why. The Rolling Stones are why ABBA would get this ridicule. Because you got these handsome young men who can sing and play their ass off. You know, Mick Jagger and Richards writing the way they're right, bro, and then creating hits like this, you know, that have so much depth. Now, for some reason, it just hit me. I'm like, okay, this is one of the reasons ABBA was getting ridiculed, which I don't believe they should have. They were an amazing group with dope music, but, you know, I was watching their documentary. I didn't realize they got so much ridicule for wearing shiny suits and singing and just having fun. And like, they were legit musicians putting together. Benny and Bjorn were putting together some fire, and the lady singing. So, but this is why. Because when you have a group that is this ahead of its time, this powerful, this musical, and with this type of writing, this is why. This is why. This is why ABBA was getting that ridicule. Now, because I didn't understand it. I was like, dude, I love ABBA. Why would they get ridiculed? Like, they're awesome. Yeah, the Rolling Stones is why. And this isn't a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, this is so damn good. This is so damn good. And this is a person who's heard this song. But as I really listened to the lyrics, because I didn't realize, it was like, on the radio and the dawn. I wasn't really paying attention to what he was saying. And I'm like, damn, this dude's spitting right now. He's spitting, and this is why people love these MFs.
Get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. I've tried. I can't get no. When I'm riding around the world and then I'm doing this and I'm a sign and that and I'm trying to
crying. Never in my life, bro. Oh my Lord, I didn't know they had it like this. I mean, I guess I should have. I just ain't never seen this. It's always the Beatles. It's always the Beatles. You're always seeing the Beatles and women crying at the Beatles concert. It's always Beatles mania. It was always about that. The Rolling Stones had a priest in the front row. It looked like a priest and a man crying. A man, or maybe a boy, or he was a man crying like, oh, I love you guys. Like, I've never in my life. I'm actually super shocked because I've seen women cry at shows. I've seen it with my own eyes when I'm opening up for these bigger established artists. Like, oh my God, it's women do that. I never seen a man cry at a show for the rock band. That was the first time ever in my life. That is freaking insane. And you got to love that live audio. I know that's not the, the audio track, the mix down of I Can't Get No Satisfaction's amazing song, but that live audio brings a whole new element. But this is what brought a new element for me. I've never seen this in a million years. I haven't been around a million years. Well, maybe my soul has. I've never seen a dude crying at a concert for the band. He's having an emotional breakdown. An emotional breakdown in the front of the stage. And that is a priest. Oh, my bad. The last verse, too. He kicking some game. He's talking about that fleeting, trying to get. Oh, why that was already in there. Whoops. The trying to get satisfaction through sexual relief. That's what he's talking about in the third verse, which is so wild. Hold on, I want to see this. I want to see them on Ed Sullivan real quick, which is probably gonna. Actually, I should change this real quick. But yeah, so there's so much depth in where he's going with these lyrics. You know what I'm saying? That's where I just kind of got me, where I was like, brother, man, like, I knew this was one of the greatest songs. In my opinion, I'm going to go ahead and it's not just one of the greatest Rolling Stone songs. It's just one of the greatest songs of all time, period. I'm willing to at least, I don't know, because there's so many good songs out there, and I know it's subjective at some capacity, but this is just a great song because it has this rock element to it. It has this edgy element to it. The music sounds great. The lyrics, though, the depth of it, the timelessness of these lyrics, and you could literally put this, I'm not even going to ask you, could this song have an impact on this generation? It absolutely can, and I'm sure it does. It does. Anyways, let me peep out this performance on Ed Sullivan real quick. He's so damn young here. Mr. Blue Eyes himself. That's crazy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell the difference because what I read was they tried to censor the Rolling Stones, which I did not know this, which also means they're like super, like in the sense of like almost counterculture, but they're not because they got so popular, but they're rebellious, kind of revolutionary in a way. Like it's kind of wild. But from what I was told is that on Ed Sullivan and shows like that, they tried to censor some of their lyrics and the moves, the dance moves and stuff that they would typically do live because it's so interesting because I'm from the era where, they're stomping out, it was Democrats and conservatives like stomping out rap CDs. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember that with Tupac and Snoop Dogg. I remember seeing that in the news when I was young. So to see this is where some of that angst originated from is way crazy. It's way crazy for me.
Good night.
Bro, why? I don't know. I don't know why it was so short, but I knew it was short. That's why I was like, yo, I'll just peep it real quick. Anyways, the Rolling Stones, man, I can't get no satisfaction. You really can't get much better than that when we're talking about music. Just, bro, the Rolling Stones are the truth. Let's go. What's crazy is there's a few songs that I've reacted to over here. Like, I believe it was Give Me Shelter and just stuff that I wasn't familiar with. And I don't know. I still think this one, Satisfaction and Painted Black, is like some of their greatest work. But you guys tap in the comments. Y'all know more Rolling Stones music than me. I'll keep going over the stuff I haven't heard. But every now and then I got to give the salute to these classic, iconic, just bangers. Anyways, let me know what I got, what I missed. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ.